Happy Camper Radio.
The Happy Camper Radio Show is back. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper. And without question, my friends, we're going to make a happy camper out of you. And look who's back in the studio for the first time in a long time.
Hey.
The one and only Daniel Pitts.
Yeah, it's a lot louder in here.
All the way down here from Winder. Yeah, you're just getting off work. You're getting your second wind, and I'm sure you're probably going to have
second wind.
You're probably going to have a lot of things to do when you get home because moving into that new house. Oh yeah. But anyway, this is going to be a great show, Daniel. It's so good to have you back in the studio again. I know we're doing the show remotely now when we can do it.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on.
Computer. We were trying to do one a while ago, but I had a very old computer.
Well, we'll talk about that today on this edition of Happy Camper Radio. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad to have you here. And the Happy Camper Radio Show can be heard all around the world by great listeners like yourself. You can find us in all the major podcast directories. Punch Happy Camper Radio in there, and chances are you're going to find us and listen to any one of our episodes. Wow, Daniel, going all the way back to 2013. Yeah. Of course, we're on the web 24/7. We're at www.happycamperradio.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on X. And if you want to see this show as we do it in the studio or remotely, check us out on our YouTube channel. That's the best way to enjoy Happy Camper Radio. A lot of things going on, Daniel. A lot of my camping trips, and you just got back from Dragon Con.
I did.
Okay, and what did you dress up as this year?
Chit from TikTok. If anyone watches TikTok.
Never heard of it. Okay, but I'm sure you were the star performer down there.
Absolutely.
Remind all of our listeners again, what is Dragon Con? It happens every year here in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's pretty much anything nerdy. I like to call it nerd tailgating. They got all kinds of. They got celebrities. They got gaming. They got video gaming. They got board gaming. We did our usual. We painted some figurines, and that was fun.
Now, they're still focused on the sci-fi stuff, aren't they?
They're focused on everything. It's everything.
Okay, and this is like
anime.
This is a 3-day weekend. It happens over Labor Day.
It's 5 days now.
I know, and I just asked you the other day, Dad, you want to do a show? And, you had to remind me that you were at Dragon Con because I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but... it's good.
It was 3 days.
It's good, so good to have you back.
Yeah.
But, Daniel, I just got back, too, from a long-distance camping trip, and I talked about this a little bit on our Facebook page. I just celebrated my 50-year class reunion.
All right.
Back in Pittsburgh. And, wow, we had a great time. Met up with a lot of former classmates. And, we spent a couple days, and, in fact, we got to tour the high school.
Oh, wow. Still standing?
It's still there, and it's been remodeled. It's been, they've added new additions.
So is mine.
Just like our local high school here, Daniel, they
My
added a second gymnasium.
Yep.
All right, and I don't know what it is nowadays. They got to have 2 gymnasiums, but
I don't know.
I'll tell you, they spent a lot of money on it. They've got an Olympic-sized swimming pool. They've got
a swimming pool?
They've got an Olympic-sized swimming pool in there. They had that when I graduated back in 75.
Wow.
Yeah, I swam in that pool a few times.
We don't got that here.
No, we don't.
We got like one aquatic center that's it.
Yeah,
kind of, sort of.
But Daniel, I got an early start on this trip. I drove up halfway. The midway point, I've always found out, is Whitesville, Virginia. And I spent 2 days there at the KOA.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful campground. The hosts there are fantastic. And, it's just real open, real warm. Sadie enjoyed her time there. And I took a couple days to rest because, that's a long drive to Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah. Especially when you're hauling the RV.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I left Whitesville a couple days before the reunion because I planned on staying at the Mountaintop Campground again. This was my 3rd visit to Mountaintop.
Okay.
That, too, is a very beautiful campground. I made it 7 miles away from the campground, and I had to fill up again at the gas station.
Okay.
All right, I filled up in Whitesville, and I didn't want to chance it. The gas gauge was running a little bit low, so I pulled in the local Shell station there. Everything was fine, and I got back into the truck dead battery.
Oh, God.
And Daniel, I carry a jump pack with me. I couldn't get it started.
Oh my God.
Now, this is one of those times, Daniel, where you can pick up the phone and you can call a service that you subscribe to. Some people have Good Sam. I use CoachNet.
Oh, I have AAA.
Okay,
I
and
just got AAA.
AAA will work too.
If you have old cars, get AAA because I got a lot of old cars and I've spent a lot of money on cars lately.
So I'm standing there. I'm at the gas station. The guy that was in front of me, he came out, and this is after I've already arranged for someone to come jump my vehicle for me. And he was out there wiggling the connectors on the battery, and it finally kicked over.
Yeah, that makes sense because like a battery doesn't just die. If you know, it usually you can usually kind of tell if something just goes off like that. It's either like an alternator or actually with my truck lately, I had a fuel pump something and no gas was getting to the engine, so that's why mine wouldn't turn over. It's always something.
Well, I stopped for a moment to look after I took the jump pack away, and I looked. This battery's 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It's now time to replace this battery. So I got a hold of my brother, and I says, look, head over to your local AutoZone, which is right down the road from you, and pick me up a new battery.
All right.
Okay, so I got on the phone with the clerk there and gave him my credit card information and everything.
Your brother didn't pay for it?
No.
That's what little brothers are for.
Well, he helped pay for he helped pay for the pizza, I think.
Oh, okay.
We got a pizza shop up there that's just out of this world. But no, anyway, he picked up the battery for me and met me up at the campground, and we didn't replace that battery till the next day.
Okay.
But here's the great news, Daniel. There was no rain.
Oh.
No rain in the forecast. Now, there was one moment where we got a little bit of a shower, and it was overnight while I was sleeping.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't notice anything until I woke up the next morning, and I saw things were a little bit wet, but the sun was out.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any rain whatsoever going up or coming back.
Wow.
It was a great time that we had there, Daniel. We spent about 4 days and 5 nights, and 5 nights and 4 days up at the mountaintop campground.
Okay.
All right. And I was at site number 44 this time.
Uh-huh.
All right. I didn't go to site 45 because I want to hang my flagpole up. And they had this monstrous tree there that was in the ray. And I said, no, let me get site 44 this time. Well, when I got up there, site 45 was reserved for my little brother. Okay. And they had already cut the tree down. So I can go back to site 45 again next time I go up there.
All right.
But, we spent a lot of great time and got to meet with the family for a little bit.
Okay.
And then it was time to head on home. And Daniel, you know, they say things happen in threes. Uh-huh. They happen in twos for me.
Okay.
On the way back, and this was a nightmare, Daniel. On the way back, I made it through West Virginia. I just got through Virginia.
Okay.
And I've got a little tire minder.
Yeah.
All right, that I can monitor the tire pressures on my 4 RV tires.
Yeah.
Well, one of them starts flashing, and I start seeing the numbers going down. Uh-oh. Okay, well, let me pull off here to the next exit, which was about a quarter of a mile down the road. And I pulled into this Dunkin' Donuts there. And they were real friendly. They let me come in there and change the tire. And, of course, I carry everything with me. I make sure I've got, my jacks and my pressure gauges and my I carry out, just about everything that I need if I have an emergency.
Yeah.
I guess I got that tire changed. But now, what am I thinking? I better get a spare tire. All right, here's the problem, Daniel. Nobody seems to carry RV tires.
I don't know about RV tires, but I think I remember getting the tires for my pop-up. I think I got them from what's that place you like to go to? It's not Harbor Freight. What's the other one called?
Northern Tool?
Yeah, I think I got one there.
Okay, well, guess what?
What?
I got there, and I stopped at a couple tire centers there, and they said, no, we don't carry them, but we can have them by tomorrow. Well, that's not going to do me no good. One of them suggested, well, there's a Camping World right up the road. Okay.
Oh, good old Camping World.
So 10 miles back in the direction I came from.
At least it wasn't Campers Inn.
Really. I'm back in the direction I came from, and I stopped there at Camping World. They don't sell tires. Of all places, Daniel, you think you could get a spare tire for your RV at Camping World. No. So here I am. I'm 222 miles away from Whitesville, Virginia.
Okay.
I'm going to stop there again on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
I just prayed all the way there because it was now after 5 o'clock. Everything was closed.
I wonder if you could have ordered it and like have them delivered to Whitesville or something.
Well, I'll tell
When
you,
get there.
I was going to be back at Whitesville for another 2 days.
Okay.
I figure, well, I'll be unhitched. I can drive into town. I'll find something.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, Daniel, there was a Tractor Supply.
Ah.
And I actually bought the tire that fits my RV. I bought the tire and the rim for it.
Okay.
Now it was about $150, but now anytime I go out, Daniel, and I'm traveling somewhere, I've got 2 spare tires.
So do we. We
Okay.
got 2 spare tires.
I'll carry
we
one.
have 2 tires.
I'll carry one on the back of the RV, and I'll carry one right there on the
in the trunk.
in the truck. The
That's
truck
what we
bed.
do.
Yeah,
That's exactly what we do.
because I'm not going to have that problem
Yeah.
again.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I just have bad luck sometimes with tires, and
Yeah. Didn't we? Didn't you have a problem going on to Florida getting
when we
flat?
went down to Port St. Joe. And, you know, and folks, let me
That was
tell
on
you
your
something.
truck, right?
If you have an RV, I don't care what type of an RV it is, get yourself a second spare tire.
Get 2 spare tires.
Because, you know, especially if you come into Metro Atlanta,
Ugh.
all right, you know, you've got some interstates here. I guarantee you're going to pick up something on the road.
Yeah.
It's just nasty.
It's dicey sometimes.
You know, anytime that you see someone pull off to the side of the road, well, they either got a bad wheel bearing or they got a flat tire, and most likely it's going to be a flat tire.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and it's always good to have some sort of a service plan.
Oh, yeah.
Like in my case, which is CoachNet, and I just renewed with them, and it's a great thing to have. But fortunately, I got that second spare tire, and when I got back here, I went ahead and ordered an inner tube for that particular tire that blew out on me up in Virginia. And I'll just go take that over here to our local Discount Tire and get them to mount that for me.
Nice.
Because it was just a small tear at the very top of the tire. I didn't want to take the chance of trying to put a plug in it.
Yeah.
You know, I just want something a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more reliable.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I get back on the road again, I'll just feel comfortable having those tires with me.
Or at least you had that gauge. I mean, like, I remember my parents, you know, we just, you know, we're pop-up people, and, you know, I don't even know if they had anything like that back then, but like it screwed up a little bit of their pop-up. So it's good to know that, because you can't feel it all the time when tires go low or whatever.
That's why it's great to have a tire minder or something similar to it.
Absolutely.
You know, it took me a little bit to actually go out and spend the money for one, and I went ahead and did that. And I wouldn't have known, Daniel.
But you probably would have saved the money. Who knows what would have happened if it went flat, and who knows?
And I drive 10, 15 miles down the road. Yeah, that tire would have really been in bad shape.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was right there, and it was, you know, I could see it start flashing. It caught my attention, and it was time to pull off. And fortunately, I did. So these are things, you know, folks, you know, if you're thinking about getting into the RV lifestyle, or you've been there for a while, you know, there's certain things you want to have that you're going to rely upon to make sure that you get safely from point A to point B.
I know we're East Coast people, and we mainly stay over here, but I mean, I can't even imagine if you're out west or something in the middle of Arizona, like, and there's nothing for like hundreds of miles. I mean, you gotta really be careful. It's not just gas you gotta worry about. You gotta worry about a lot of other stuff. So you gotta think about, where am I going? What's the terrain? How far outside of civilization am I gonna be? And, you know, you gotta make sure you're
well, even here, Daniel, on the East Coast, you've got some places, you know, that you're going to be traveling to, like that one spot up there in Cherokee, North Carolina. And you want to drive up to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That stretch of forest right there, they got a big sign. They got a big sign. Gas up now.
Yeah.
You know, or you're going to be sorry, because you've got, what, 30 or 40 miles of just dense forest. And I took that road one time, Daniel, and I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
It was at nighttime.
Yeah.
And we got through there. We saw a deer.
Yeah.
We even saw a gray wolf.
I remember when we went through it, it was all like foggy and stuff. It looked like something from a horror movie or something. It was crazy.
Wow. But yeah, I'll tell you what, I've had a great time, Daniel. And the RV, when I got back, had to clean it out because it went in for a brand new roof. I went ahead and I decided I'm going to go ahead and do this. When I was at the Grand Design Rally in Pigeon Forge, I sat down and I went to one of those Flex Armor
Yeah,
demos that they
yeah.
had. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and I was really hesitant about it, and then I thought, yeah, this is probably going to be a good thing. If you buy an RV and you plan on keeping it for a long period of time, if you're not going to go ahead and trade it in a year down the road, this is something you're going to want to do.
You were talking about upgrading for a long time.
Yes.
I remember when we went to the camping show in Atlanta, and they had people there, and you're like, I ain't paying for that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, there are some people that are very sorry when they do decide they're going to go ahead and upgrade and get that flex armor roof or something similar to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When they rip off that old roof and they find out what's underneath there, they're going to wish they had done it earlier.
Yeah.
Now, in my particular case, and I picked the RV up today.
Yeah, it looks nice. I saw it.
Yeah, I'm going to have some videos here or some pictures to actually show our viewers that what we've got here. And they did an absolute fantastic job. RV Roof Atlanta, James and his crew up there did a fantastic job. I brought the RV in there Tuesday, and I picked it up today, which is Friday. They told me it would take about 3 days. And when I went to that particular seminar at the Pigeon Forge Rally, I come to find out, what makes this so expensive is the fact you've got 2 days of preparation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've got to tear that old membrane off. They got to tear some of that old caulking off.
Yeah.
They got to, break it down to the bare bones of the roof. All right, before they go ahead. Staples on the inside. Well, that's for another day and another discussion.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but once I asked a lot of questions while I was there, because this was the
It's
gentleman.
a big investment. I mean, that's like, you could buy a whole trailer for that much almost.
Yeah, I used one, maybe not even a half decent one, but yeah, but in my particular case, Daniel, you saw what I've invested in that RV since I bought it, and all it took was one trip down to LaGrange, Georgia with you.
Yep.
And when we doing some primitive camping and that didn't work out, I come home with the RV.
Yep.
And I've been babying that thing ever since.
You have.
But I have made it clear a long time ago that I was going to keep that RV.
Yeah.
And I go out there, and Daniel, no matter what trip I go on, whether it's a long distance trip or over to Lake Sidney Lanier, which I'm going to be going to again a week from Monday.
Okay.
All right. I've got my Site 45 out there at the Baldridge Creek Campground.
All right.
All right. These camping trips never get old. Even if you're returning to the same place, the same site, you're going to meet people there. You're going to have a great time. You're going to cook. You're going to eat. You're going to take your dog on a walk. You're going to meet people. So for me, it never gets old.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever go back to primitive camping. It's on my mind sometimes.
Oh,
okay, but
let me
no.
know. I got plenty of tents you could use.
Okay.
They're backpacking tents.
That last tent went in the trash.
Yeah.
It was just no use trying to even save that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and keep that RV for a while.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
thought about upgrading every time I go to the Myrtle Beach rally, and incidentally, Daniel, Myrtle Beach registration begins tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Oh, okay.
So you know where I'm going to be. If you look at your watch at 11 a.m.
Be
tomorrow,
clicking.
I'm going to be sitting there ready to go ahead and put my credit card information in there. This will be my third rally at Myrtle Beach.
Cool.
And it gets bigger and better every single year.
I could imagine.
Yeah. But, I'm going to go ahead, and when I go to those rallies, Daniel, they have a Camping World RV out there.
Okay.
Okay. No. It's not a Camping World. It's Campers in RV.
Oh.
Yeah, they've got
We don't
one
cuss,
there,
but you said the bad
and
word.
they actually bring the latest models that they have, whether it be the Solitude, the Reflection, the Transcend, or the Imagine.
Which one is the driving one? What was that called?
Oh,
Class C, I think.
Is
it out?
I should know that, Daniel. And
Is it out now?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, they bring all the new models there, and you walk through those.
Yeah.
It's a big mistake, because you start looking at some, you saying, "Wow, I wish I had this."
Yeah.
You start dreaming. Okay, well, maybe someday I may
think
trade
about the
my
gas
RV
mileage,
in.
though. You got to think about you'd have to get a new truck or something. Or,
For that RV, Daniel, it's perfect for me and Sadie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need any more.
I don't need anything really, really bigger. But maybe someday, if I do decide to get one, I've got to get a new truck first.
Yeah.
I've got to get an F-250 or an F-350, because I'm maxed out.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tow anything more than the Transcend 200 MK.
Mm-hmm.
Anything bigger is going to require a bigger truck, so that's going to come first. And it's not that I couldn't afford it,
Mm-hmm.
all right, but I've got other things. I got other toys that I have that I'm looking forward to getting.
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
Yeah, it took a long time to build this studio.
Yeah, it did.
But, we've got a lot of plans coming up here. We've got, this campground we're going to be going to a week from Monday.
Mm-hmm.
My October calendar is wide open.
All right.
So I'm thinking about coming back up into your neck of the woods.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be
Up
there.
at Fort Yargo. I had
there.
a great time. I think it was
Good.
Site 17. I might get there for a week.
Cool.
All right.
I'll stop by.
Yeah. and being the fact that October is a very long month, I'm thinking about maybe heading up maybe to Tennessee.
Okay.
Okay, heading up to Tennessee or Amicalola Falls.
Oh yeah, nice.
That would be a nice campground up there to go ahead and visit. So I mean, there's these are things, and you can do the when you retire.
Yeah,
You
I
have
know.
things to look forward to.
I
You haven't
have a
had that,
I have
that pop-up camper out in a while, have you?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're gonna
I've
have
been
to
doing house stuff and yeah.
Well, the good news is, Daniel, you still have a job where you're close by, but you still got that long drive home
Yes,
each
I
and
do.
every day
I
to
know.
work and on the way back.
Yeah.
And it was a blessing to have you here in the studio today.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a lot better than doing the remote,
Yeah.
but it's a good thing that we have the remote since you've moved to Winder.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also the good news, we can do the remote out on the road too.
Yeah.
So wherever I'm at, I was going to try to do a remote from up in Pennsylvania
Mm-hmm.
at the Mountaintop Campground, but the internet up there was pretty spotty.
Ah.
So this
okay.
is something that I've got to work on a little bit, and now I'll figure out what that is to actually get that signal just right so we can go ahead and do the show. It's just like you just got a new computer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're gonna give that a test. If not tonight, maybe sometime this weekend.
Yeah, probably this weekend.
Okay, and we'll see how that works out. But I'm just so blessed to have you here in the studio with me again.
Yeah.
It just to actually look at you and not look at you on a monitor. I mean, you're still as ugly there as you are here.
Wow.
Well,
At least it's the same. They say the camera adds 10 pounds, so at least I'm the same. So
Yeah,
you got that going on.
yeah. But, even after putting in a full day of work with the post office, you're
Yeah.
looking good, Daniel.
Oh,
you
thanks.
really are.
Oh wow,
Okay.
I clean up nice.
So we're going to do our shows as we can do them. Between your work schedule and my travel time, we'll get the shows in there. And Happy Camper Radio, you just can't beat it, Daniel.
Yeah.
We're talking camping just like we have for the past 10 years. It's time now for our featured campground of the week, folks, and that's right here on the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Happy Camper Radio.
Daniel, I mentioned Tennessee.
Aha.
Now, Tennessee does have a lot of good wilderness up there. They've got a lot of good camping, and if you want to get up there sometime, this is not too far of a drive. Or, if you're coming down this way or going up that way, there's a campground called Gardens Bluff Campground, and it's near Hampton, Tennessee.
All right.
At nearly 2,000 feet elevation. That's a little bit up there, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Gardens Bluff Campground is located on a peninsula overlooking the 6,430-acre Watauga Lake in Carters County, Tennessee. There are 43 sites primarily for tent camping.
Aha.
Like I said, if you still got a little bit of that in your blood, Daniel, yeah, you can go tent camping. And I'm glad you still have some because I don't have any. Right? There's a bathhouse with shower, flush toilets, electrical hookups are provided. Day use area are located nearby with those wanting to take advantage of swimming, boating, and fishing opportunities. Campground hosts are also on site to answer questions and assist you with your visit. I'm going to have information for you all week long on happycamperradio.com. Just click on the featured campground tab and you'll find it right there. All right, Daniel, well, I'll tell you what. You got anything planned coming up soon?
No, all my leave was taken away by moving. So
Oh, you're
I'm not
moving,
doing
so yeah,
nothing
you
until next year.
you've got a little bit of time that you will have to
I'm
build
off
up.
Columbus Day, so I got Columbus Day and Veterans Day.
Well, you know me, Daniel. I can't go camping on the holidays.
Yeah.
They're too busy out there.
I
Yeah,
get it.
and I actually
get it.
got to have that space. And the camping during the week works just fine for me.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what though, if you're going to plan if you got a 3-day weekend coming up and you want to go camping somewhere, yeah, hey, I'll go ahead and I'll hold my breath. I'll go ahead and make reservation with you.
I want to finish up that trail so we could figure out, where you could camp and I could finish that trail. So, I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll go ahead and make those reservations real soon. And, it'd be a great pleasure to come up there to Winder for a week and just relax a little bit because things are going to be cooled down a little bit.
It was cool like last weekend at DragonCon. It was amazing weather. It was amazing. It was like no humidity. It was like I was out west. It was crazy.
Oh, that's great. But anyway, Daniel, I'll tell you what, this is a great campground up here in Tennessee. If you're into primitive camping, if you don't mind that high elevation, this is one that you may want to consider. Just make sure you go ahead and pack it up and check everything on their website. It's very, very important that you look at the website and look at the need to know before you go items. They've got some first come, first serve sites up there. It's a great campground to visit. One to consider, it's Cardin's Bluff Campground. And it is our featured campground of the week, and that's right here on the Happy Camper Radio Show.
Skip and Daniel.
And Sadie.
HappyCamperRadio.com.
And if you have a campground you'd like for us to feature on the program, definitely get in touch with me, Skip, S-K-I-P, at HappyCamperRadio.com. Or the guy here from Winder who is visiting us in the studio.
Hey, it's Daniel at HappyCamperRadio.com.
And be sure to include a link to the campground website. So glad to see you again, Daniel. I am so excited. And I could stand here and talk to you for about another hour. But that's about all the time we have. You're getting off work. You don't want the wife to be upset with you. She probably has dinner ready when you got home.
It's Pizza Friday, so.
Okay. Remember, friends, every pet deserves a loving home. I want you to do exactly as I did. Visit your local shelter and adopt a pet today. We're on the web 24/7 at www.happycamperradio.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on X, and by all means, check us out on our YouTube channel where you can see this show. The Happy Camper Radio Show is a presentation of Skip Huber Productions. I'm Skip. I am a happy camper. Daniel's a happy camper.
Sadie's
a happy camper. Yes, she is. And we're going to make a happy camper out of you. Talk to you again real soon. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Happy Camper Radio.